What's up, cuties? This is Fumi. I'll be here to let you know that I'll be headlining a comedy show in San Diego on April 12th at 8 p.m. If you want to come see me, please go to fumiabe.com for tickets. Hope to see you there.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to Cash Cuties, a super personal finance podcast where we look at our friends' credit card statements and judge their spending habits. With love, I'm your host, Fumi Abe.
And I'm Steffy Bake. If you're listening on your Apple Pod app, please leave a review and follow on Spotify and sub to our YouTube channel. And all the links are available in the episode below. Can you stop laughing?
It's just, you always fuck up there and it's so funny to me. We've been
there's
doing
too
this
many
like 15
buttons
times.
to do.
There's too many buttons.
You can go click some of the buttons.
Click some of the links and
you'll
shit.
Enjoy it.
YouTube, please subscribe for the full video. And also the Apple review. I know we have a lot of Spotify listeners, but if you have an iPhone, please open up your podcast app and leave a review, because the more reviews we get, the easier it is for us to get the attention of Apple people, and they might put us on some ranking or some list, and it helps the podcast grow. So it really means a lot to us, so please do that. Moving on, Steffi, how are you doing financially?
Okay, so this week I went to Orange County with my friend.
Oh, okay.
And we had like a whole day of just like hanging out. Then we went to one of my favorite mom and pop shops, like for Vietnamese food. Mm-hmm. Love it. Absolutely delicious. I've been going there since college. We started eating, and then midway realized, hey, it's cash only.
Oh,
and I said,
those are rare in LA.
Very rare, but we're in Orange County.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, that's fine. Remember that cash, like the fake
the
Monopoly
stash.
money I had?
Yeah.
I thought I still had a lot, right? Yeah. So I get there, and the amount that it comes out to is $32.33 or something. I scramble through my bag, and I find, and my friend had no cash at all, $34.75.
Okay.
So
not enough to leave a tip.
Not enough to leave the tip. Mm-hmm. So I went in, and I feel so guilty about this. I paid the $32 up front, because you go to the front, and then at the end I had no debit card. I had to leave the $2 and whatever cents, and I was really ashamed because I've never done. Yeah, as the tip. That's like literally only.
Wait a second.
What?
Usually cash only places have like an ATM machine there.
No, that's what I said. I don't have a debit card.
You don't have one? You didn't have it on you?
I didn't have it on me.
Why don't you have a debit card on you?
Actually, I do have a debit card, but I don't even know what my PIN is.
Wait a second.
What?
What does that even mean? Everybody has a debit card on them at all times in case they need cash.
No, not everyone is systemized like you.
No.
You have, I bet you have like 3 perfect credit cards in pristine condition in your pocket right now.
Wait.
So
Jason,
clean.
Do you have your debit card on you right now?
I do.
You guys are more responsible than I. Are you?
I'm not saying that
so it's
as
my
somebody
fault,
looking.
saying.
No, it's not a fault. I think that lifestyle choice is interesting. So you're saying on a.
Well, I thought I had cash.
I know, but like it's interesting to me that people don't have their debit cards on them, because I feel like for me it's always like that emergency, because sometimes you do need cash, and you can't really take out cash using your credit card. So like. Yeah, you typically, I don't know. I've always operated like that. I didn't realize people left their debit cards at home.
If you have a credit card or cash, then I wouldn't mind. I just don't want to be like, oh, I need my debit card and then have to now go back and get the thing. So, but if you have cash and a credit card, that's fine with me.
Right?
Yeah.
If you have cash, it's like either cash or a debit card.
Right. Oh, okay.
I feel like it's dangerous to have your debit card, because it's actual like real money.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't know how much you can really dispute that.
Interesting. Let us know in the comments if you carry your debit card on you at all times.
The one time I've ever had fraud happen to me was through that debit card.
Somebody stole it?
Yeah. I have a Korean bank, and I was in New York, and someone, I don't know how they got my information, but it was only like $40 or something.
Damn.
But the point is, I was like, I'm basically walking around with like wads of cash if I carry my debit card. So I just stopped carrying my debit card. But it's because I thought I had all this Monopoly money. And it's crazy. That's the thing. You never keep track of the money when you have cash.
Right.
So anyways, I did this weird thing where I had the $2, right?
Yeah.
So I folded it to make it look like $4. And I put it under the plate, with the folded side under.
Yeah.
So, and because I've heard stories where
about people chasing you down.
Yeah, chasing.
Yes.
I was so fucking scared that would happen to me, and I'd be so embarrassed. I did it. I felt really bad.
And you got the fuck out.
I told my friend, I was like, we need to go right now. So while they're cleaning the other table, I ran. I felt really bad.
Wait, how much were you short?
So it would have been at least a $6 tip.
So you're short $4.
So $4. That's such an asshole move.
I think like I totally feel you, but I think when you really look at the math of it, it's like not the biggest deal. I'm surprised because I know you always take the side of restaurant workers and stuff like that. I'm surprised you didn't say something like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. Like this is all I have. And I don't have a debit card on me." Like just giving them a heads up. That feels like something that you would do. I'm surprised you ran away.
Normally I do that, but I think it was like because I knew they weren't English speaking. Like there was no like we had no conversation even when ordering.
Was
it was
it
just
a Korean
like,
spot?
No, Vietnamese.
Oh, it's Vietnamese.
And
okay.
so like I think I was being passive aggressive, and I felt like me trying to explain it would be more uncomfortable and more of them getting mad at me for something. I envisioned their like Asian anger like coming toward me, and then took me back to the trauma, that I dealt with. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a little bitch, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna give them more money. But I'm not gonna go to that same location because I'm too much of a bitch. I'm gonna go to their second location and give them extra. I'm gonna give them 30% because $2 is less than 10%.
But so you're gonna like make sure the overall company, the holding company benefits, but not the individual waiter.
No, I can't. I can't go back to that spot.
That's okay.
Okay.
I think this would have been different if the meal had been like over $100 and you only have $2. You know what I'm saying? Like it's only $4. Like. I think maybe they can understand. I don't know.
Okay, this is the type of, I when I order food, I ask for like all the sauces. I ask for extra plates. So I already did that.
Yeah.
I already used like I went out of my way to make them go out of there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
you're
now
being a little brat, and then you couldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
You couldn't pay for it.
Exactly. So So now it's like a shame. I felt shame.
I know what you mean though, because I feel like those Asian spots, they fucking remember you.
Yeah, they were
like those ladies.
I looked.
Definitely have your social security number.
Yeah, but then how cool is it?
I'm gonna go on their page. There's gonna be a picture of me from their cameras. They're gonna say,
"You're gonna be wanted."
Yeah.
But there's no reward. Just like it just says she's stingy.
Yeah,
like, just roasting you.
It's on the door actually. It's just your face. It's just she only did fucking 10%.
$2. Like it's not really a crime, but they were just like stingy tipper. Yo,
but how cool will it be if you like went back next time and found that waitress and was like, "Hey, remember last time? But here's like $5."
That's
she would love you even more.
Dude, you should do that. I'll film it for you.
You're gonna go to Orange County
I'll
with
film
me?
it for you. Yeah.
Wait, it's in Orange County.
It's in Orange County.
You're not
Yeah.
going back. Get out of here, dude.
It is my.
Well, she's from Torrance, which is near
okay,
there.
okay.
No,
I
it's
think.
not.
I have no idea. I don't know where Torrance
Stop
is.
making
I thought
things
Torrance was
up.
Orange County for a
I
second.
don't know.
Torrance is still Los Angeles.
my bad.
It is the South Bay. It is near the ocean, actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's
didn't
very
know.
nice. People
It doesn't
think
sound
Torrance
like
is Torrance is very nice.
Representing. Okay. Well, I think you should go back. I'll go with you. We should go back to this restaurant, find this lady,
Fine. All
and
right.
get your wanted poster off the restaurant
What if
for
the
your
minute
acting career.
That'd be funny. The minute I step in, she's like, "Get out!"
She's a broom already.
Yeah, she's like, "Get out, you stingy motherfucker!"
I wouldn't put it past her to make like a fake Instagram account, add you, and send you like a nasty DM. That show Beef.
We know you on the podcast.
Yeah.
Get out!
Yeah, she leaves a negative review on this podcast. Hilarious but stingy. What? Anyways,
Okay. Well, how about you? How are you doing financially?
This week it's been weird. I don't know if I talked about this on here, but I got I was interviewing for this writing job, and I got a verbal offer to do it, which is
Sick.
cool, which is very excited about. But there's a couple things that's like kind of making me a little uneasy. One, the host of the show declined their offer, so now they have to look for a new host. So they're like, we can't offer you a written offer until we lock down a host.
Why can't you be the host?
Because I'm fucking here hosting this podcast, bro. I don't know. they want someone famous, okay?
Okay.
So I'm like, in a regular situation, I'd be like, oh, that's fine. Like, we'll work when you decide, right? Because these things take a while. But the problem is, I don't know if we have heard this, but the Writers Guild there's a strike happening, and they're going to decide on May 1st if they're going to have a strike or not. So the strike is not happening on May 1st, but it's probably going to happen, like, if they vote yes, it's probably going to happen like a few weeks after May 1st. And it's already April 7th. And so I'm like, dude, am I gonna like get this job but then like not be able to work? Because if you're in the guild, which I am, I'm not allowed to work. No one's working during a strike. It could last anywhere from 4 weeks to 3 months, you know?
I heard some people do work, but then it's looked frowned upon. Like I heard Donald Glover did that.
You can
Did
do
hear
like,
about
you
that?
can take like non-union jobs if they don't pay
Yeah.
as much. I mean,
It's
obviously
fucked
people,
up. People won't like you.
you do what you gotta do to make your money, but I'm saying guild shows like this show that I interviewed for will not be happening. I know that for sure. So now I'm like in a situation where like I want to celebrate, but there's a world where like everything could just get canceled and taken away from me. So it's like annoying. You
It's
know what I
very
mean?
annoying, especially for a whole month.
Especially because like I like been talking about on this podcast about like I've been wanting another writing job. I really enjoy it, and here comes this opportunity, and I'm like really excited for it. And now there's like all this legal trouble, and I'm not shitting on the union because they do give me free insurance. And there's a lot of cool benefits, but like just the timing, you know. I feel like it's very on brand for me, you know. I just feel like nothing ever goes my way.
It
you
will.
know?
Look, in a month, it will.
In a month when there's a strike.
When there's a strike. Well, I don't really know how that works.
Goddamn.
Because if there is a strike, does that mean there's like a certain amount of time before you can...
Well, I think
or is it definitely...
what I'm afraid of is if the strike happens, if let's say 3 months go by,
Yeah.
the production company might be like, well, we don't want to do this show anymore because it's not relevant. You know what I mean? That's what I'm afraid of.
I
That's what
think
I'm
you're
afraid of.
fine. And if this doesn't work out, something else will come for you.
That's an empty promise, but thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I know, that was just something I said
an
to
empty
make you
promise.
feel better. I
It
don't...
will work out. You work really hard.
I hate this.
Yeah, these are both
This
kind
is
of
like
like
fake.
things
This is
that...
like
true.
this is like the husband from Beef.
Wait, he's
that TV
a
show.
father now, so he actually knows. We have...
He knows
right?
what?
What do I know?
You just know more.
You just
I feel
know
like
more.
if you're a father, you have more wise things. I believe
more
him more.
wisdom?
Oh, okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
he has more. Like he.
Well, I don't look like a father. I don't think. I don't have father energy.
Not
Wait
yet, but I
a
think you will.
second.
What?
You
I don't
offered
feel-
you offered us mint the minute that you
Oh, that was
sat
very
down.
fatherly.
Is that a father
yeah.
thing?
Yeah,
That's
a little
really
bit.
fatherly.
Let's introduce him. Get into his fathery habits. If you've been listening to this random man, you've been yapping over here. We have a guest
Okay,
today.
hold on, bro.
Just sitting there. Where did you come from?
You're not gonna say random man on my fucking XA11 camera, brother.
No, I got some credits for you.
No, I don't have any. Don't name
we are
them.
so excited to
Don't
have our
name them.
guest
I
on
don't have
today.
any,
He's a
please.
good friend of mine. He's a touring stand-up comedian. He's
Okay,
a
that's
new
good.
dad. Guys, Jason Cheny, give it up.
Yay!
Jason Cheny.
Wait
Thank
a
you so
second.
much
Yeah,
for coming on the show.
welcome.
Welcome.
He is the colonizer of both our countries.
I know
That's good.
you guys. Whoa!
I don't like those.
I don't like you did this and say it was good. That's very insulting.
Thanks for coming on the show. It was a colonizer.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm happy. It's a really inviting energy, you know.
Oh.
I think
Yeah.
he's being sarcastic.
No, I really am, because sometimes podcasts you do it and it's very like there's like it just feels like you can't say stuff. I don't know. Maybe you guys are also Asian, and I like being with Asians. It just
High
feels
five.
more at
Yeah.
home.
That's
Yeah.
a thing. That's a thing
Yeah.
for sure.
I just feel more comfortable.
Oh, that's really nice.
Is this
Yeah,
place
man.
giving you Asian vibes? Like, does the
No.
place...
No.
Okay. Sorry.
Definitely not.
It's so
Sorry.
interesting.
I offered you water.
I don't know if the listeners can see her apartment. They probably cannot. Now that I'm thinking about the
I just
camera
want to let you
placements,
guys
but-
know that Steffi is in her underwear from the bottom half. I just want to let everybody know that.
What did you want to say?
Subscribe on patreon.com/castcutiespod to get a picture of Steffi's underwear.
Jason?
Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Wait,
Okay.
oh yeah, I don't know. It's interesting you say that because you asked her if this apartment looks like, or sorry, you asked him if this apartment looks quote unquote Asian.
It doesn't.
You said no. I agree with you, but it's fascinating to me because this apartment looks like an Asian girl's apartment who only fucks white guys. But you do, but you're not that. You're not. And that's what's so.
That's very true.
You know, life is wonderful. You know
That
what I'm
is
saying?
very
You
true.
can't judge Asian girls
I
by the
agree.
color of their hair. You know what I mean? Like you cannot. Like they could look like this, but also, you know, really get dicked down by Taiwanese guys or whatever. That you know what I'm saying? Like
That is so funny. Bring that up because, like, I think I've gotten that. I don't think that's a good thing. It's like since I was young, people were like, "You seem like someone that would date a white guy."
I think that's no. I think just I'm only saying it based on your apartment decor, but people who
What do you
are-
mean? And also, her whole vibe
No,
is like
but
that.
people who are saying it. See, okay, no, that's what I'm talking about. Let me break this down for you. Boys who said that to you growing up, they were intimidated by your beauty and they were insecure.
Wrong.
And they were saying, you'd never fuck me, and that's why you probably fuck white guys.
Wow.
That's where that's coming from.
They're wrong.
We're
It's
not-
not
we're
their
just-
insecurity. It's just that it's like, oh, she thinks she's better, and she has to. No. This is just the opposite of what. No, and then she thinks that this is because you're not it. That's why I can say this, but because like Asian people are lesser than, and then so I only date white guys.
Oh, so I seem like someone that's better than you.
If you don't say stuff, I go, she thinks she's better, and she's fucking not like that.
Oh.
If you don't talk.
Wow,
But
interesting.
Steffy, I said that to you when I first met you.
Yeah, you thought I was a cold-hearted.
I didn't think you were. Yeah, I just thought you were like a model. Because I have friends who date models, and they can be a little bit standoffish in like an annoying way. You know.
Are you like that?
Do I seem like that?
No. But sometimes people put on, for.
No, but I think my Instagram persona is a little bit more.
Yeah.
A little. I'm softening it with like dumb videos, so like people are like
softening it with podcast
Like
clips about cum. It's what it is.
I'm trying to. I'm going from what people would think is a higher rating of me on Instagram. Like I think of myself as like a 9+ on Instagram, but I think as a person, I'm like. The vibes of somebody that's like a 6, right? So now I am with the podcast. Yeah, so with the podcasting and like me with this new this persona that I actually want to be like, I'm real. This is me. I think I'm kind of averaging myself out to a 7 on Instagram, which I think now people are less intimidated. My Instagram is growing, so I appreciate being in the average space.
This is the most insulting thing I've heard in my life. Just like good to be with you common people. My God. Anyways, Jason, let's get back on track.
Okay.
Just how are you doing financially?
I was listening to you guys answer that question, and I don't. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about money at this point. When you first start stand-up comedy, you try to save as much as possible and be as frugal as possible. I think we briefly talked about this. Like you would take your Spirit all the time, whatever is cheapest. You do like 3 to 4 layovers to get to wherever you gotta go. I slept in so many airports just because the flight got canceled or whatever the thing is, or like it got a little delayed and I couldn't catch the next one.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, dude, I'm just gonna pay $50 extra so that I can do a direct flight, and then I'll pay another $30 extra to maybe board first. Cause I just don't even want to, like, people go like, oh, LA airport is so crazy. Not for me. I zone out, and then I just do the TSA thing, and I get to the thing, I board, and then I'm in my pajamas, I put on my eye mask, my mask, and earplugs, and
this is all because of your recent success. You've been able to, you have fans
bro,
now.
Let me tell you something. My credit card, I showed you my credit card.
Yeah, we'll get into it. I've got a lot of questions.
Yeah, but I after like 3 or 4 years actually doing gigs that pays in comedy, I was like, fuck it. And it wasn't enough. But I just went on my credit card. I was just like, I can't keep on just saving. I just go, fuck it. It's for my mental. I just hopefully one day money will come. I live like that.
So are you, okay, this is such an interesting thing.
And I didn't do that until, hold on, one last thing.
Yeah.
I didn't do that until like I talked to my friend, because I showed him my credit card. At that time, it was not that bad. To me, that was not that bad. It was like maybe 8,000 or 9,000.
You owed 8,000 or 9,000.
I was like, hey, dude, I'm so stressed out. I gotta pay this. And he goes, bro, are you stupid? And at the time, he was taking off, and I wasn't. And he was like 3 credit cards deep, and he borrowed money from he borrowed money from me, but I love him and I trust him. He paid me back.
Yeah.
And he borrowed money from everybody, and then he's like, bro, are you stupid? You have so much more money than that. I'm like, I have negative 9,000. What are you talking about? He's like, you have so much more money.
Whoa.
But then because of him, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna try to live like that.
What? You were inspired by him?
I was inspired.
And it worked.
It kind of
worked.
Yeah, it kind of worked, but I just wanted to not feel like shit all the time.
Right.
It's so bad for the mental.
My God.
You feel so crazy.
Yes, I totally feel
You're
you.
lowering your standards.
I lower my standards.
Yeah, and now you're again.
I'm digging out of the hole.
You're digging out of the hole.
Growing.
I'm digging out of the hole.
Can we talk to you a little bit about that? The debt thing.
Yeah.
So like, when did you? Because we've never had anyone on here
With debt. You're the first with debt.
We had somebody on here who had a terrible credit and couldn't even get a credit card.
Yeah.
But you have a credit card.
Yeah, I'm not-
but you're in a little bit of debt. And I remember a little anecdote. I remember like this is shortly before you took like blew
Do you know
up
how
on
much debt
Instagram.
on him? Did you see?
I saw how much you paid in interest charges.
Can you tell us?
I could solve for X and see how
Yeah.
much you owe,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I didn't want to do that to you unless you
Okay.
were.
Do you
want
want to
to
tell us
What?
how much you're in debt you are? You don't have to. You don't have
Now,
to.
no,
It's
no,
like
I'll tell you.
it's like 1,000, right? Is it more?
No.
It's
well, I
more?
was like, I would love to be a.
Well, because I saw that you paid about $200 in interest rate,
Yeah, yeah.
and I assumed that was like a 20.
I was very surprised.
So I'm assuming that's 20% of
Yeah.
what you owe. So then I was like, okay, maybe
Yeah,
it's
no,
$1,000.
No, right now I'm at around 13.
Oh, it went up. The debt.
No.
The
When
debt
I
was
showed it to you,
yeah.
that's around 10. I was really I think that was maybe last. I don't know what it is, but if I show you right now, it was like it's around 9.
You owe 9,000.
It's at 11 right now.
wait, okay.
It's like around 13.
So when
Because
I
have
just
two.
heard 5 different numbers
I
right
know.
now.
I don't know what's happening.
Because he doesn't know.
9
He
to
doesn't want to
13.
deal with
9
it.
to
You
13.
owe 9 to 13.
9 to
Yeah, yeah,
13.
9 to
But, okay, that's interesting to me because
Yeah.
I know you're making so much money
because
now.
I don't want to pay. I like to see it. I like to see it.
Oh, so you have money, but you're not paying back
Yeah, I
the
don't
debt.
want to. I know it's bad because I have to pay interest, but I'm like, no, I like to see that I have because I never get to see it.
Oh,
I
shit.
never get to see I have any money.
Right, because you're so used to not having money. in your
Yeah,
check.
so it's always.
you like seeing the
In the
amount,
check.
big
Yeah, I
amount
like
of
to-
money.
Yeah, well, more than before. So
But
I
you
just,
could pay it off if you
I could
wanted
pay it
to.
off now. Yeah, I
Dude,
could pay it
please
off.
do it.
Bro.
We're going to spank you if you don't.
I know. I need to. I need to. But I
Come
just
over here. We're spanking
We're
you.
gonna
Come over
spank
here.
you.
please. No, but I just like to say. I know. But
Why don't you transfer the debt into a different credit card that has 0%?
You can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
You can transfer debt.
Yeah,
to,
you
I'm
can
too lazy.
transfer.
I don't want to do
because
it.
you have a
I
Chase
can't.
Sapphire, right?
Yeah, I Chase
Okay,
Sapphire.
so those are like expensive. The interest rate's high because
It's like
those are-
20%.
It's
Yeah, 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 yeah.
20%.
It's 20 to 24. And so when I saw 200, I was surprised too.
Yeah.
I never check my
I was
statements.
surprised.
I never check my-
Chase loves you, man.
Yeah.
Chase.
Chase
wait.
wants to make babies with you.
Can you can you like talk a little bit about like when the debt journey started for you? Like, because you're like in your early 30s now, right? When did you first go into debt? Walk us through that process.
Probably like 27.
Oh, okay. So not that long ago.
Yeah, not that long ago. 27 because I was I never liked that. I always wanted to pay it off. But then starting 27, that's when I started to, do comedy full time.
Yeah.
And it's just impossible.
Right.
Yeah, it's
right.
impossible to.
And how did that feel for you initially to have debt? Having been a person who hates debt.
Brother, the thing is, I was never an anxious person. Having debt and just everything from there, I really feel like I've lost maybe 25 years of my life because of the beginning few years of stand-up. But the transition of like having a regular job to like no money, it was like a whole thing. But I always go back to like, well, what's the alternative if you don't do stand-up? And it was always more depressing than doing stand-up.
Wow.
Doing stand-up while in debt is better than being depressed not
So
being in
yeah,
debt.
I always go back to it.
Okay.
I always think
Yeah.
that.
So I heard
That's what carried me.
I heard that you said that you had a regular job
Yeah.
in the past.
Yeah.
Let's go into the history of like money and where I want to know about like your childhood.
Okay.
How did you grow up? Like what was your financial situation with your family?
So my dad owned a clothing manufacturer.
Oh, okay, he's a business owner.
Yeah, business owner.
Okay.
And then my grandfather, he was in the military for like 30 years.
Okay.
So he has like military money.
Right.
And also, and my grandmother's stay-at-home grandma.
Okay.
So
Okay.
she would do everything at the house. And grandfather, and he also taught. He was like after when he's retired, he wanted to teach in. He wanted to be the TAC officer at a school. So he just did that. And then and then my uncle was a sound engineer. And then my auntie is. I think she's just retired, but she works for an airline.
Okay, so everybody
Yeah.
has like regular
regular
good-paying
jobs.
jobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
doing fine.
Yeah.
I was
Did
having
you?
a great time.
What was your first job then? Since it sounds like you kind of watched
Okay.
people with jobs like since you were young, but
My very first job, I was in Montreal, Canada, and I was in junior year of high school. I worked at a Sunglass Hut factory in the daytime.
Factory?
Yeah,
Not the kiosk in the mall.
No, because I was fucking not old enough. So it has to be an underground thing.
How old were you?
I was junior year of high school.
So you're
They have factory
16?
children underground.
I don't know. Sunglass Hut had a
underage.
factory.
No,
Well, I didn't know
it's for
they-
the spray. It wasn't for glasses.
That's
it was for
worse,
the spray.
bro. You're
Wait,
making
so
weird
they were
chemicals?
illegally underage. They had
Yeah,
imported
I don't
a
think it was
Taiwanese
legal,
person.
but they still wrote me a check. It was a check.
Wait,
so-
why were you in Canada? Because you're not from there.
Yeah. Okay. So that's another thing. So my dad worked for Kmart.
Okay.
When I
Shouts.
was young.
Yeah.
And then he got transferred to Canada, and then we got the citizenship there when I was 3 to 5, and then right when we got it, he went back to Taiwan, and we all went back to Taiwan.
Okay.
Yeah. So then for in junior year, I was doing I was having a great time because I was very happy. I was doing drugs.
What kind of drugs?
Well, I loved X. And
Ecstasy.
Yeah, ecstasy. I was doing it like every day, every other day.
Before school?
I was like skipping class and stuff like that. And
What's-
or at nighttime.
With the Sunglass Hut money.
I was gonna say, how do you afford the
no,
drugs?
this was before. So when I was in 10th grade, bro, I made so much money this one summer because we would like, kid stuff. We would like bang houses and stuff allegedly, and sell some drugs.
What's a bang house? What does that
What
mean?
does it mean
No, you just-
allegedly?
you-
What's a bang
allegedly.
house? What's a bang house?
You bang
He's
other people.
stealing.
Yeah, you steal stuff
From their house? Like
Yeah,
the
from
garage?
their
Fumi,
house.
stop being a dork right now. Let him.
Yo, don't act like bang a house is
He's
in
like,
your
what did
everyday
it?
jargon.
What do you think that he was like fucking the house?
I don't know what it meant exactly. So what? Are you stealing people? Because in the burbs, I've heard people stealing things from people's garages. Are you like breaking in, like window breaking?
How did you break into the house?
You wearing a mask? Like, is that what you're doing?
So they would pick a house, or they would know like another guy that sells drugs too, and then they're like, "Oh, he's got drugs in that house." And
Oh, so you
also
steal
money.
drugs?
Yeah.
You
And,
steal?
like,
You
money.
hit other drug dealers' homes?
Allegedly.
Okay. Okay.
But not only that, just like every, and then they sell the drugs.
And how much money were you making at
Bro,
these
one
points?
summer I made $45,000.
$45,000 as a
I-
15-year-old boy?
As a 15-year-old boy,
Cash.
My parents caught me, and
With that money?
That's why I had to go to Montreal because $45,000, and we stole a safe, but it wasn't like we'll do it once a month thing. It's like every day we're selling. When we would go to raves and sell, we were really good. We're having the best time.
This
We'll
is
do
in
the drugs.
San Diego?
In San Diego,
Okay,
El
okay.
Cajon, 43rd Street. It was the best because we were all friends, and
Are these Asian people? I
Yeah,
don't know
these
why.
Asian
Oh, these are.
people, yeah, yeah.
those are- what
Fuck.
kind of Asians? I don't know why I
Gang
need to know.
Asians.
yeah, they are gang Asians. But I
Were you part of it?
no,
But you weren't part
I was
of it.
never. I never wanted it because it's scary.
So
I wanted to-
Taiwan,
yeah.
San Diego,
San
a little
Diego.
bit of Montreal, back to San Diego.
Back to San Diego.
This is still before high school. You're fucking banging houses. You're doing drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because of that money, it fucked up my value of money because I never wanted money because I never needed money because I just have food and I'm happy and I want to be with my friends.
Yeah.
That's
so,
it.
So what were you doing? What does a 15-year-old do with it?
So I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
I spent that money within like 4 to 5 months. I bought every day we go to Convoy and
What's Convoy?
Convoy is a street in San Diego and it's just like the Korean. We gave everybody drugs for free. People loved me though. People loved me. We gave people drugs for free, and we bought every night. Like remember back then, like pool halls, or like they're just like the sujibs or whatever.
Yeah.
They would let underage kids drink if you know them.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Yeah.
So every night we would go, and then me and my friends would pay for everybody, and like
So
every
you were
other
the
night.
shit. People loved you
yeah,
guys.
people loved us.
Dude, you're like living like the
Wow.
rapper lifestyle
At 15.
Yeah, like,
That's
yeah.
actually pretty dope.
But it fucked up my value of money because of that, and that's why. So the Canada was after that. The
Your
Canada
parents-
was a year after
Your
that.
parents-
Because you were forced to go to
I was
Canada.
forced to go.
They
By
said my
who?
parents-
Who?
you told me
Your
to regular
parents.
job.
When they find out this, they caught you with the money.
Yeah, and I'm fucked up. I was like barely home. I was like, I went to New York.
They didn't care.
You was in New York when you're 15?
I have $45,000, man.
You could do so much with that money.
Crazy.
It is crazy. That's what I'm saying. I went to New York and we paid for the hotel thing, and then
Wait, it was
with my friends-
cash?
Yeah, it was cash. What? Yeah, of course. Everything
That's
was
insane.
cash.
Can you imagine? How does that look? I don't even know what that
but
looks.
not at once. It was like, you
Just
know,
in the-
couple
over the
weeks.
summer you
yeah,
made
over the
40.
summer.
But like, how do you buy like I didn't even know you could buy like airline tickets with the
no,
cash.
but it's like a couple $100. You just give it to the guy that's like 26 years old, and then you go,
he just
hey, you can
buys
get
it.
my stuff, and I'll give you cash.
Hello, my sweet, sweet employed and unemployed cuties.
Ever been injured at work? Ever struggled to take a lunch break without being judged? Ever wrongfully terminated?
If you have answered yes or no of anyone who has, consider contacting your Korean lawyer friend, Brianna Kim, at KoreanLawyerFriend.com or at 714-482-6301.
Your Korean lawyer friend will protect and seek enforcement of your rights as an employee.
Has a manager ever asked you to run personal errands beyond your job responsibilities? Have you ever been let go unfairly because your boss is retaliating against you for personal reasons like sexual orientation or lifestyle?
You should be compensated for all of the above because you and your time are valuable. I remember when I worked in the music industry back in the late 2000s, I had like an admin job and I felt like my boss was using me as her personal assistant on and off the clock, and I wasn't really sure how to bring it up. And I wish I knew that there was somebody I could call because at the time I didn't know that I had rights.
I remember a manager once told me to wear makeup because I didn't look old enough for the office. I remember feeling so embarrassed and started questioning whether my age actually affected my work abilities. Brianna Kim works on contingency, which means her services are free until she settles the case. So you have nothing to lose.
Contact Brianna Kim PC today at KoreanLawyerFriend.com for a free consultation by mentioning our podcast, Cash Cuties. Yeah, so continue with the Canada. So now you're working at a Sunglass Hut factory, chemical factory.
Factory is because I was like, you know, I was on drugs for too long. I really like it.
Yeah.
And then
I really like it.
I really like it. And remember the Pokeballs? Remember the Pokeballs?
What's a Pokeball?
Like that was the. Oh, that was like a brand of like X, like Pokeball, the green keys.
We weren't doing ecstasy when we were 15.
We were not doing.
So.
We were really good kids.
Yeah,
okay,
we were studying for the SATs. So.
That's really nice. That's
We
why you
would-
guys.
we would be
That's
like,
why you guys are successful. And
we'd be
have
like,
a lot of money.
our parents would be like, don't hang out with that guy.
Yeah. My mom would be like, anyone but Jason. Jason
Yeah.
can't come to your birthday
Jason-
party at the ice skating
Jason's
rink.
a bad boy. He's gonna go to jail.
See, this is why I was doing drugs, because people like you.
No, this is a result of what you're doing. My mom would look at you going to. My mom would run into you at the airport and be like, "Where the fuck is your classmate going to New York City when we have AP history exams today? What the fuck is going on right now?"
It was
Okay.
a good time.
okay, so you go and then.
So fucked up my value of money.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But then after, I worked at the Sunglass Hut, and then after I was a busser for a family friend's restaurant, and I couldn't speak French because of Montreal, so that's why I only a busser. And then I did that for like 6-7 months, and and then after. But sorry, you have another money question. And then after, I just I got a better like view on what the real world is like.
Were you not in high school at this point? You're not going to school?
So the plan was to in junior year, but I just couldn't. I went for like a month, and I was like, I can't do this. And then my mom,
because you just lived like Lil Wayne for a while, so you're just like, I can't go back
I can't
to
do.
class.
What am I gonna do with these guys?
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
They're smoking weed and then be like, oh my god, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you're crazy.
Yeah,
you know?
you're getting head at some fucking club in New York City.
Yeah, it's got time. No, it's not that
and
crazy.
so, what
but-
was your experience with money when you moved to Montreal?
Yeah, so
What did you think of people with money, without
Yeah.
money? You're older, you understand
so
it.
I have this like false sense of like, oh man, if I did this thing and now I'm not doing it because I didn't have the opportunity to, and then like selling drugs and all this, and then I go, oh man, it would be nice to like live like an adult would at like 15 or
yeah.
whatever, and then but everybody in the factory was like over 40 or 50 years old.
Yeah.
And then they spoke Cantonese, and I was like, you know what, like I started young, so let me just work at the factory, and this will be my job, like as a grown adult.
Oh shit.
that was my thing. And then everybody's like, no, you should definitely go back to school. And I'm like, no, like I don't really need it. I'm just gonna work here.
Yeah.
And I remember the first paycheck I got, I did, because the thing is, I never cared about spending money. Like I only like food. So I remember I went to McDonald's by myself and I like plain cheeseburgers because my friend liked plain. But anyways, I ate the plain cheeseburger and I remember, I think it was my friend or my dad that was like, when you work hard for the money, the food tastes different. And I remember when I ate the burger with my first paycheck and then I remember, it didn't taste different, like it was so much better, but it was like, okay, I guess.
So you didn't learn the lesson of you need to work hard for your money.
Not really.
But I love that, like this whole story, like because you're like, I was making $45,000 a summer, but I didn't care about money. I go to Montreal, I work hard for my burger, and it tastes the same. And it almost seems like the lesson is like, yeah, I'd rather just sell drugs and make $45,000.
Just he wants to have fun.
Yeah, I want to have fun.
Money is and money just seems like basically money. You don't care about money.
I don't care about it.
Like at all.
I don't want material things
but
either.
That makes sense.
Even
I just
now.
want fun.
Even now.
Yeah, and that makes sense with your debt stuff because I feel like for you everything is sort of an experience and you like live in the now,
food.
and so
Yeah.
to you it's like, yeah, I owe $10,000, but also like I'm happy.
When did you get married?
2016.
Okay, so it's been a minute.
No, 2017.
Okay, so it's been a minute. We've never had a married person on this
No.
podcast.
Well, why'd you always wanted to ask me the marriage stuff?
Yeah.
Well, we have sections, and we want to
Yeah.
cover like the finances of like being
Okay.
married. So like having like knowing what you went through and your relationship with money and stuff like that when you got married, because you're not a superficial person. Like, how much did your wedding cost? Like, did you go in debt trying to put on a good wedding for your wife? Like, how did that shit go down?
This is another thing. We maybe only spend $5,000 on the wedding, but her parents and my parents both split the cost equally, and I think total was like $27,000.
Okay, is that a lot for weddings? I don't know.
I think that's
not cheap.
That's not cheap.
So, yeah.
But there are people that spend hundreds of thousands, but then there's
Yeah.
also people who spend like literally $5,000. I think 30 is a good
30
amount of
seems like
money.
a lot of money.
Yeah. It's
with-
a good amount of money.
Yeah,
to
so
spend.
they
that's
both
really
split
nice
like
that their parents
12, 13. I know,
put in
that's
some
really
money.
nice.
That's
So
really
they
nice.
both
of them.
have money. I know your parents seem like they have money,
Yeah,
and
they do.
then what does your wife do, or what is she?
Yeah, so my wife's a kindergarten teacher, and her mom and dad own a teriyaki bowl place called Bowl to Go in San Diego, and then her dad also does insurance. And then, but the thing is, he owned his own company, Cowway, the water. Not owned, but
okay,
like
right.
he did also.
Shout out.
Yeah. But he was not manufactured, but he was like the import export. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. And so, so when you got married, did they have a problem with you not having a consistent job?
Of course, it was. Oh no! So before I was married, I worked with my dad, and so they were okay with that. But then like 3 or 4 years later, when I decided to do stand up, it was really difficult for me to go to her house because every time I go in, her dad, like they wouldn't say anything, but you feel it, like they know what's up, and you feel it every time. And now still, I go back, I feel it,
But now you're making so much money on the road.
It's not so much money, but it's still not, there's no financial security. There's no like, okay, because it might go away next year. You know what I mean?
Right. But man, but that makes me sad that they can't celebrate this moment with you, because I think it is a big deal when a stand-up comedian can get enough followers to like go on the road on
think
their
so, too.
own. That's an
I think so,
incredible
too.
thing.
Yeah.
You
I
are
feel like
living the
Asian
dream.
parents don't really get it. They don't care. Like, I think Asian parents, when you're in the entertainment world, they don't really get it unless like you're in a movie. And
With Brad
even
Pitt
if
or
you're in,
something.
and even if you're in a movie, they're still like talking about some other shit. They're like, it's not you in the movie. It's like, how's Brad Pitt?
Because if you're in some cool A24 movie, chances of our moms watching that are like 1%.
Yeah.
My mom is not watching an she's watching like Pink Panther with Steve. What the fuck is Steve Martin?
We're not
You know
doing,
what I mean? Like,
that's one thing. We're not doing this to prove anything to our parents.
Right.
Like, at all.
so I've met your wife once.
Oh, what's she like?
She's Korean.
Oh,
She's a babe. Let's put that on the record.
Ooh.
That's really nice. That you say
She's a
that.
kindergarten teacher. How does she feel about your like financial situation, like your debt, and this past that you have with like selling drugs and making all this stuff, money allegedly? You know, how does she sort of take all that? Because she seems like a very like stable person.
Yeah, she is, and because of that, I kind of because of her too, because we met in high school, and because of her, I kind of wanted to
was
not
she
do
going
it.
to your parties in high school?
Huh?
Was she going to your parties in high
No,
school?
she wasn't. She wasn't going to the parties in high school. But but because of her, and I kind of wanted to like not do that as well.
Yeah.
And then and also we were doing drugs together.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah, she did.
That's cute.
You met in high school the one day you attended.
I know. Yeah.
I want to talk about this before we go into your your credit card statements. But you're a new dad.
Yeah, you need that.
And we've also never had a dad on here. And I want to talk to you a little bit about the finances of being a dad. Like, I know she was born very recently, like February, like end of February.
Yeah.
What are like, just for people who don't have kids, like, what are like some of the expenses? Like, is it expensive
Honestly,
to have are you already feeling how expensive it is to have a baby, even though the baby's like 2 months old?
You know, the in the beginning, the diapers, whatever, and the crib, they're very expensive, and the car seat and all that. But I feel like if you have friends, family, they help you, which is nice.
Like, they give you shit.
Yeah, they give it to you, like baby registry. You know, they give it to you. But also, sometimes I feel bad. I'm like, I don't want them to give me a thing, because if they give me a thing, then now I got to give them a thing later. But
I see.
but it's love, you know, and then it's their grand, you know, thing. So it's really nice. But the pressure I feel a lot, and it's not because of now. It's because like it's gonna keep growing into a human,
Right.
and that is a lot of pressure, and that's why I'm not 100% happy, but I am happy. But it's just
The anxiety.
the anxiety of like
Yeah.
having a human, and that is gonna need money.
I mean, shit. Like on like a monthly basis, how much do you think you're spending as a unit? How much do you guys think you're spending on like diapers, food, like babysitters, like?
I honestly don't know, and I the thing is, we have good enough friends to they give us boxes, like Cole Garrett, shout out to Cole, Drew, and Dave Nihil. They both like gave us like a bunch of diapers, so we have infinite amount of diapers.
You're
Wow.
like sponsored by everyone.
Sponsored by-
That's really nice.
That's-
And then my friend Dexter, he got us a bunch of diapers too.
Yeah. So you haven't really had to think about that
Yeah,
kind
we
of
don't
stuff.
have it, but it's
Wow.
gonna run out, and it's gonna be bad.
Do you guys have a babysitter?
So right now, my madre, and then her madre, and her madre's daughter, which is her sister, would come and help, and that is so nice.
That's nice.
Oh,
That's
and
good.
you don't have to pay them, or do you have to be extra nice to them? Is that the payment? Do you feel like you owe them something?
Yes, of course, but
What is it that you owe them?
No, they don't make you feel like that, but it's just that sometimes when they see the baby, like the older generation, they go, and then they repeat the thing the whole day, and they're playing a fucking song on the thing.
Yeah.
And then she's and then I'm here fucking trying to write an email right next to this thing, and they go, and then she's crying, and then but I'm trying to write a fucking email. It's impossible.
Oh, but you got to be nice
You gotta
because
be
you're
nice.
taking
Yeah.
care of the baby.
Yeah, exactly. So
you
you go,
just
"Thank
had
you."
that's the
Yeah, that's a payment of that my fucking mental
You
Oh
health.
my God.
the payment is you acting like your mental health is still stable, but in
My
reality,
God.
you're going insane inside.
No, they're so nice.
Also,
though,
let's get
honestly.
you some new songs for that baby, man. Let's get you
That
some
was
like
such
Baby
a
Shark.
bad-
Just,
that was like
let's
a
get you some regular
poor
songs.
little baby.
Do you have a joint bank account with your wife?
No, I don't.
You don't.
Yeah, well, you know what? I have a Chase.
Yeah.
That is joint, but it's the credit
So you
card.
do.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait,
So you-
okay, so
yeah,
you
we
have,
do, we do, we do.
So,
You do.
So the money she makes,
Yeah.
do you guys share that?
Yeah, how does that work? How does the finances work there? Like, how are you contributing? Who's contributing more?
Because she's a teacher.
Yeah, it doesn't really. Okay, it doesn't matter. Like she would pay for if I needed a thing, I'll go, hey, can you pay for it? And if I, yeah, and then I pay for it. We don't really care about that's the thing. Like we never really care about. So right now, she would every month she will give $500 for every month is a little different, but every month usually she gives me $500 to pay for the credit card, and sometimes I don't pay for
the
it.
credit card debt?
But she knows though, like because she sees it.
But even though you have money to pay it off right now,
I
if you
know,
wanted
she
to.
knows that too.
Why is she
What are
giving
you
you
doing?
money?
What are you doing with the $500?
I'll just go okay, or sometimes I just go no, just keep it, or I'll just give it back to her.
What'd you do with the $500?
Nothing. It's just I don't.
Are you
nothing.
buying
You literally
ecstasy?
just said you don't always pay it off. What are you doing with it?
Nothing. I literally.
You see your checking account go up and you're like da 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 da. Yeah, you're in the crib. You're in the crib with the baby.
We're $500 richer.
Yeah.
Hey cuties, we want to take a quick break from the show and tell you that Steffy and I started a Patreon.
What is Patreon? Patreon is the best way to support us and this podcast. Fans can subscribe to our page for however much money you want to give, and in return, you get rewards and perks.
That's right. We'll be releasing bonus episodes where we answer fan questions and get into more of our chaotic lives.
Yes. Just go to patreon.com/cashcutiespod and help us grow.
That's patreon.com/cashcutiespod. Back to the show.
Yay.
And we're back with
This is nice.
our favorite segment. It is Cash Cuties Consulting, everybody. This week, Jason Cheny has graced us with his credit card statements, and we are going to present him. Don't look yet. Don't look. Don't look.
Don't look.
We have a little slideshow for him, and we're going to be presenting what we think about his finances. Jason, are you ready?
Yes.
This is what we're going to be presenting right here.
Okay.
We usually put it on the TV, but today we're not doing
This is
that.
really professional, man.
The Finances of Jason Cheny by Fumi Cash Cuties Consulting.
Thank you for
LLC.
taking time to do this and having me. That's really nice of y'all.
Yeah, I just realized it's Chenny, not Chen.
Oh, it is
Yes,
Chen.
Cheny.
My last name is Chen, but it's just a nickname. That's just what I use.
Oh.
Because he needs to be more Googleable. A lot of-
yeah,
that's
It's
what
so
these guys do.
Thank
cute.
you. Wait, don't say fucking. Okay.
Google.
Okay.
Hey.
Overview. Last month, Jason spent $6,400 on food, shopping, and travel, making up 69% of his total
Is that a
spending.
lot? That's
What do
decent.
you think about this? So you're,
That's
you know,
regular amount, right? What do you think?
No, I mean I don't think that today. There's no judgment here.
Oh, okay,
there's no
okay.
judgment here.
Oh, okay,
okay,
cool.
How
No
do
judgment
you
here.
feel
How do
about
I-
How do you feel about
64?
just looking at this? Is what you sort of
I'm
spend on.
gonna
These are
tell
the
you something.
categories. This
Food,
is in
drink-
order.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something because I also before I was in debt,
Don't show them that.
I noticed that food like that's the most unnecessary thing because you could eat at home and you could, you know what I mean, like to save money and shop. I don't know what that's probably a lot of baby stuff. I think I don't know, but travel I needed it. It's for the fucking thing.
Yeah.
So there's no way I can save on the travel, but food or drink definitely.
Is that credit card with your wife? Are you guys both
Yeah, what is
charging
this-
on
what's the
there, or is it
context of this
just
credit
your
card?
credit
No,
card?
we're both charging on it.
Oh, okay.
you're
So
both
this is
charging on
both
it.
of you
Both charging
guys.
on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's why it's so high. I was like, this is so
Okay.
high for one person. This
Okay.
makes sense.
But we both also have our own credit cards, but we don't really use it. Like I use it for like if I go to like a like if I'm buying like like cigarettes at a, or I rarely use it.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Okay. Well, there we
but
go.
okay. And then health. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, we have. There's more.
Yeah, this
Obviously.
looks good.
Yeah.
This
okay.
looks fine.
There's just one per.
Jason has a great bod. What's a guy gotta eat to look this good?
It's really genetics, honestly.
What?
You have a great biceps,
Jason's
by the
40s
way.
fans from Instagram. Bicep.
That's really. What do you don't eat protein?
Yeah,
That's
do you
not
work
even a
out?
tight shirt. That's not even a tight shirt.
I mean, what's
though. That's
crazy is
my
like
thing.
you don't really spend much on like health and wellness. You know what I'm saying? It's only $500. I mean, I didn't see any gym charges on there. Do you go to a gym?
No, I just exercise at home.
Really?
Yeah, and I go to the park. Like I run and I do pull-ups and I do some calisthenics.
But you have the body of somebody who pays like hundreds of dollars to get this body. You're Marvel ready, bro.
It's really mostly genetics, and I'm lucky.
Your dad's a big guy.
No.
You
But
just said genetics.
Genetics, but he's like slender, and so is my mom.
Yeah, I'm slender.
Yeah, you're slender. But if you exercise, you also, and then also I really do exercise a lot, is because it's for my mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inside Jason's tummy, a racial preference analysis through his dining habits.
Oh.
Dude, this is so good.
More
Dude,
than 50% of Jason's tummy is comprised of American, Korean, Japanese foods and beer. This is kind of interesting. You eat a lot of American food.
I do.
Yeah, 27%. 28% of your food spending is
Oh, wow.
American food. Yep. And then a
Fumi,
lot of Korean food.
did you have to like put every type of food he eats?
Yes, that's how pie.
This pie
how
chart.
do you think pie charts work?
Never seen a pie chart with like 30 different colors on it. Like that's insane.
Yeah, but
That's
what a pie chart is.
No, but you don't need to put what's
What
the
do you mean?
1%
I don't-
juice?
Wait, I feel
No
like
one gives a shit. Vending machine food? How do you even find that on a credit card statement?
It's
how'd
just
you find
vending
it?
machine. I can tell it's a vending machine.
what the fuck, dude? You're a professional.
Yeah.
No, he's hyper analytical. What else is on there? What did you write? What are you putting? What are you putting on here?
Well, he's got American, Korean, Japanese bar, bakery. Unknown. I didn't know what 5%. I couldn't tell what restaurants they were. Vegan, Thai, bubble tea, 3.2% of bubble tea. Coffee shops,
You gotta get the bubble
Vietnamese,
teas.
Chinese, Asian fusion, juice, vending machine.
It's like the chart. Like it's like a UN chart. There. This is like
All the
literally
countries.
insane of all the different.
Jason
All right.
prefers oyster bars and hospital food over the food of his own people. You actually spent more on hospital food and oyster food than you did on Chinese food this month.
What? That's so racist of me, honestly.
Isn't that crazy? Hospital food.
crazy.
What you eating over there?
What
Cedar
did you
Sinai,
get?
bro.
Yeah.
Wait. Wow.
I'm guessing this is probably from when you had the baby or when you're going checkups with your wife or something.
Yeah, and I probably got
Yeah.
stuff. for
Was
all
that
of
through
us.
like for having a baby? Like, did you guys have to spend a lot of money, or where did that?
Dude,
Is it
it's-
insurance?
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
I think the total was like $500.
Oh, that you owed.
No, you just pay the hospital $500.
No.
What? Wait,
But the
what?
insurance covered
Yeah, the
this.
insurance
That's what I'm
covered
saying.
it.
Yeah,
It's so
you owed
nice.
500.
Yeah, it's so nice.
That's only
Yeah.
$500
No, if you have
to have a
insurance.
No, I
baby.
think
You
it
have
was
insurance.
less. I think it was like 200 or
Wait,
something.
what?
Dude, I've had
Yeah.
friends who like teachers have great insurance.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Dude, my teacher
Oh,
friend went.
teacher.
Yes, she had a baby and she paid a $20 copay, and that was it.
I'm gonna tell
it's
you something.
crazy.
We were at the Cedar Sinai.
Yeah,
That's I can't.
Did you see
believe
any
it.
celebrities?
No.
Oh,
that's the one by
You're
on,
the celebrity.
West Hollywood.
I'm.
Yeah.
you're the celebrity.
I'm the celebrity.
But did you eat? What kind of food did they give you?
This
at
could
the
be your wife,
hospital?
I guess. We don't know.
Yeah. No, I went to the cafeteria to buy some stuff.
Yeah.
Just burgers. Yeah, just some burgers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right.
That's allowed. DoorDash, more like door. I'm out of cash. Am I right, Jason? A third of your spendings is on DoorDash.
I don't do the. Oh, it's probably Postmates because I don't think
It's
I.
DoorDash, Postmates, Uber.
Okay,
I just
got it.
sort of rounded
Okay,
it. So
round. Wow,
you
that's a
spent
lot.
$530 on DoorDash this month.
Holy
That's 11
shit.
meals. Your average DoorDash spending is $48. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's
dude.
a lot, man.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
I don't know if you're ordering for on behalf of you and your
Yeah,
wife.
of course. What am I fucking eating?
I
for
don't know. You're a big
50
man.
bucks?
This is why we're trying to figure out
What do you
what you're
guys
eating,
order
bro.
usually?
You know what? You know why the thing is like this? Maybe like we will have this Middle Eastern called zanko.
Oh, it's taco chicken.
Oh,
Bro,
so
it's
good.
so
Do you get the
good.
whole chicken? You could have it for a while.
No,
It's expensive though, man.
Yeah, it is expensive. But then her
Garlic
sister
sauce.
was with us too, so I would, you know what I mean, like for the
Oh, I
family.
see.
Yeah, because it would be messed up if she, that's how I feel like I owe.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
You have to like take
Do
care of
something.
like
You
the.
take care of
Oh,
it.
I
yes,
see.
But
yes.
you want to anyways.
Yeah.
Whether or not they.
Hey, you know, just something to think about as you move forward
Well,
with
I
life.
feel like the way you say it, it's like that's too much. How much do you spend a month?
Doesn't
bitch?
he sound judgmental?
Very judgmental.
Yeah, it's
That's what
actually
this podcast
hurts.
is about, bro.
No, you said
It's called mental spanking.
no.
Get used to it.
Our tagline is we analyze our friends' spending habits with love.
I think our tonight
Can you repeat? Can you say it nicely? Try to be nice right now and
something
say it
to
again.
think
Try it.
about.
Just try it.
Yeah, Joe, it's just so just something I noticed, and now they have a baby.
No, hold on.
Now they have a baby.
Just something I noticed. It's
yeah.
the wrong way to say it.
Yeah, even though I had a whole
Alrighty.
Excel sheet, just something I stumbled upon. I stumbled upon this pie chart that I made.
I started looking at your credit card, and then all of a sudden, this Excel sheet came up, and I put every type of food on here and colors.
Okay, how much do you spend, you fuck?
On DoorDash,
The DoorDash, Postmates, and all
probably
that.
like
He said you're
probably like $70.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
I'll probably order DoorDash. No,
Dude, you're so rich right
I
now.
can't remember the last time I ordered a delivery food to my place.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
We
dude.
cook a lot, and we
That's
we
really
can
nice.
whatever. We just
Yeah.
I don't.
He's
like it.
getting.
By the way, are you getting scammed? You have 3 charges from UBR Postmates, and I looked it up on Google, and people were like, "I didn't charge this, I didn't charge," and I just want to make sure that because you're already, you know what I'm
fuck
saying?
it. I don't give fuck it, man.
I could have after
I
this
don't want- this
conversation. I was
stresses
like,
me
he
out.
don't give a
He
fuck.
don't give a fuck
He
about this
doesn't give a
life.
fuck
This don't give a fuck
about
about this
that.
life.
No,
This
no.
life.
Let me tell you.
He's like $5. I don't give a fuck.
No. Let me
It's
tell you something.
55.
No,
doesn't
55. I'm gonna tell you. If I have a fucking gym thing, and then they're making it way too difficult to let me pay $24 a month, I just let them do it.
You mean
I
a
go,
gym
"Fuck it."
membership?
Yeah,
And
or whatever the thing is. If it's too difficult for
To
my
cancel?
because now I gotta call them or whatever. Just
Yeah.
fuck it, take it.
Fuck,
Dude.
dude.
This is how fucked I. So I was in a just real quick. I was in a gas station and Cole Garrett was with me, and I had $10 and I bought like a couple ice cream for Cole and me and my sister. And then they were taking too long to give me back the change. I almost left. And Cole saw that in me.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, just wait.
That's crazy, dude.
I don't want it. It hurts my fucking soul to sit there and watch her fucking push the things for 10 minutes. I just can't do it.
Wow. That's
That's
fascinating.
only for the past 5 to 7 years. I never did this.
Wow.
I never even have a thought.
Impatience.
Yeah, I just can't
No,
do
I
it.
get that. I mean, it's annoying. I mean, you can't be the only person with like
No
random
way.
subscriptions on your. Okay, is Jason a good dad? You ready?
Okay, go. I don't know how do you justify that with financial statement, but
Jason only spent $83 on his daughter this past month. That's 1.3% of his monthly spendings. This is the only thing I could find that you spent on your baby. It was a place called Loved Baby. I think it's like a baby clothing store. You spent $83.
Okay.
Just for context,
Hesitantly.
Jason puts his career and croissants over his child. So in context, you spent $400 on marketing, $92 at fucking Portos, and an $83 on your baby. So this is the order of importance. And then ice cream very close to your baby, car wash. This is sort of where your baby's at right now. You know what I'm saying?
let me tell you something. I love that you say career and croissants. There's a little
Play on
wordplay.
words.
Yeah. That's so cute,
alliteration.
dude.
Okay, yeah.
I love it, man.
Thank you
for putting in that.
Yeah, that's a lot of that's me working at late night. Is a lot of
It
fucking
is, this
puns
is how
and late
much
night.
his friends and everybody help support him in his life.
That's
his
true.
sponsorship.
That's absolutely
That's
true.
insane that you've only spent $80.
You know what? A lot of it's on Amazon too, though. Like baby wipes
That's
and all that
there's
shit.
a lot of Amazon shit, but it doesn't say exactly what
What
it
it's
is. So that
for.
was like
Yeah.
I categorized.
What
it as
have you
unknown,
spent the
but-
most on your baby for? Like food, clothes?
No, it's the
diapers?
baby seat. Like the baby seat and the little thing that goes with the baby seat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
It was
okay,
like
okay,
a
okay.
grand.
That was like a grand more, even with like I think 15 or something.
God damn.
Yeah, that's a lot.
All right.
Yeah. That's the most expensive.
If you were anyone who has witnessed child abuse, please call this number.
What the fuck? What?
Yo, you gotta spend more money on your baby, man. But I didn't know that. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay.
I thought you were only spending $83, and I was legitimately I was conflicted.
Is that an actual number?
I know. I just googled it. I just googled child help, and this came up.
Thank you for
How
caring
does
about
this
my
make
baby.
you feel?
Yeah, how are we doing so far?
I don't feel anything.
Okay.
I think this is what he does. He's
Yeah.
able to just close off his
Yes, some
emotions
people
to
get
things that are
triggered or
stressful.
emotionally sort of invested in this, but
That's why you have such great skin. You
Yeah.
just don't even like think about shit. You're
Here's
just
some
like
fun
not
stuff.
Am I supposed to
stressed.
feel bad? Well, now it's fun stuff. Now let's go.
we were talking about the debt. Yeah, you're working on that. This is
With
interesting.
therapy.
46% of Jason's wellness spending went to therapy. You do BetterHelp. I saw.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell you something too, and I need to get back on BetterHelp because I'm not on it. Wait, did they charge me?
I don't know. You spent $260 on
Oh
BetterHelp.
fuck! I think
You didn't see any therapist this past month?
no.
Why is it charging you?
Okay, I gotta ask them then. I gotta ask.
Okay,
them.
this
is
you
bad.
need to get
Yeah,
your
So,
money
so,
back.
so I'm sorry. With BetterHelp, is it like
they're not gonna
Netflix where it's just a subscription and you can get help whenever you want?
I think so right now, but I'm gonna look at it after because no, but you have to find a therapist. But I linked up with this therapist, and then I was like, hey, she like judged me. Like I said something, and she's like, well, subjectively speaking, that is not good. And I was like, I don't think you're supposed to say subjectively. And I don't really mind, because we hear crazy shit as comics.
Yeah.
But it's just that you're not if you're saying stuff subjectively, you're not objectively enough. You're not putting your emotions aside or your own opinion aside to fix my
Because she's
shit.
not a
So-
comic, she's a fucking therapist.
Yeah, she's my
She needs to-
therapist.
Yeah,
You gotta be
yeah.
objective. Like, so
Well, you
now
should
I'm-
call Better. How is your BetterHelp
She was
experience?
roasting you.
Yeah,
She was
exactly.
actually me. It was me in a wig. This is actually you're just Venmoing me $260. Thank you for supporting this podcast. Jason, where can our fans find you and your work?
I really need people to come to the shows.
Plug all of them. We have listeners everywhere.
Or else my debt is gonna increase.
No,
So
you guys
that's a threat.
help him.
Yeah.
Yes. Where can they see your
help.
shows? What is it? Your
Please go on
website?
my website, Jason Cheny, JasonCheny.com, or just on my Instagrams, and come to my shows and watch me say some stuff.
Buy
Jason-
him some baby stuff too. Bring some baby diapers.
That's so nice.
Please.
Yeah, give him some baby diapers for sure. And Jason is also an incredible stand-up comedian, so definitely check him out. Please follow the podcast accounts on TikTok and Instagram at Cash Cuties Pod. You can also find me on there at the Fumi Abe, the CHGFUMIABE.
And you can find me at Baked Goods on my Instagram, BAIKEDGUDS, or my website at steffybake.com.
Please join our Patreon. It's patreon.com/cashcutiespod, where you get access to bonus content. And if you want to send us questions, email us at cashcutiespodcast@gmail.com. I did a Zoom show, like a corporate gig the other day, and there was like a fan there who was like, I love your PowerPoints. And I was like, oh man, they're so fun, but they're really time consuming, so I don't know if we can do it every week. And he was like, have you thought about outsourcing that analysis to your fans? And he was like, I would love to do one. And I'm like, that's fucking genius.
Oh my
because
God.
then we don't have to do every week, and then we can keep doing it.
Dude,
So
I love that.
if you
That's
guys,
really
if there are
nice.
like people out there good with Excel or data mining and you want to get it on this game, please email us at cashcutiespodcast@gmail.com or just DM us, and we'll let you in on this, and it's going to be fucking hilarious.
That's so funny if they did ours too.
I know,
Like,
yes, and
imagine-
that's just get another point of view on it. 100%. This is amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening. We'll
Thank
see you guys
you.
next week, and until then, spend your money wisely.
Or don't.
Bye.
Bye.